G'day, and let us spin you a cracking yarn of four bonza mates on a ripper adventure through Fantasy Australia, where every bugger wants to kill your face. It's Dungeons and Dragons, except down under, we call it Dungeons and Drongos. Dunnies, dingoes, drop in.
Welcome back to Dungeons and Drongos, aka Dungeons and Dickheads. That's the secret saucy name that we say under darkness. Hey, everybody!
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How's my party? Having a party over here.
We are party central.
So it was like a week for everybody else. It was like a wee and a drink refill for us.
Yes.
We are recording many of these in a session, which just makes sense. Can we have a reminder of who you all are, both person and character, around the room?
Alright, I'm Suzanne. I'm playing Elf Wizard Mackenzie.
I'm Zach. I am Tiefling Fighter Plank.
I'm Paris. I am G'day, the little halfling.
And I am Luke. I am your dungeon master in Fantasy Australia. What happened last time? Brief recap.
We met some meth heads. Oh, that was later.
We met Alf.
We met each other.
We
Come
met
on,
each
That's
guys.
right. We met each other.
That's true.
You met each other. You're on Fantasy, work for the doll. You're going to the Pie Mines where you're going to be security. Who's the leader of security in your team?
Mackenzie.
I believe
Oh.
I am.
Mackenzie was given that honour through Durry.
Yep.
And you did have your first little bit of combat. There was a pus bum.
There was.
There was a shit gob, there was a meth face, you ended up showing mercy. You guys, what softies, what beautiful angels the three of you are.
Yeah.
And when we last left you, it was night time. You were in the coach with Alf the steward, heading towards the fabled Pie Mines, ready to start your job. How are you guys whiling the time on this? Because imagine, this journey is like one of those Hanna-Barbera cartoons with the same background, just goes past again and again and again. So how are you keeping yourselves entertained?
I think G'day prides herself on her ability to replicate animal noises and play the lagerphone. So she's just in the corner doing her thing, obnoxiously singing, jingling away.
As you noticed before, Alf, the steward, was a pretty rigid man. He didn't have a great sense of humour.
Yeah.
But he's pretty pissed now.
Yeah.
And
I think we're friends.
yeah, there's some of what you're doing where he almost has a little bit of a tear, and you swear you might have heard him just mutter under his breath, "Bloody beautiful, bloody bonza, bloody bonza, that little one, that little tacker. Who would have thought so much could come out so little?" So you know that's exciting. That's a thing. You were quite, when Alf asked who you were and about your story, some of you were quite reserved about what was happening there. Is there anything now that you've fought a meth face together that you want to tell each other? Would there be any conversation where you sort of came out with more details about your past? Anyone breakfast clubbing here, opening up?
I think you guys seem a bit standoffish and a bit ashamed about your past.
Let him have it. That's it. I like this.
But I think that I've been wrongly put in this situation. So I probably am like an advocate. I'm going on about what happened and why I'm here quite a bit. And I'm mad about it.
Any more details about your mysterious past?
Well, what happened was I was just living my life in the bush, minding my business how I liked.
Bushwhacking.
Yes.
That's one way to put it.
Some people came in from town and they trapped some of my animal friends. So I hitched on the back of their cart and I rained down fury on their town. I did a lot of property damage, which is always interesting to hear about. Property damage, am I right?
A vandal, I love it.
To set my friends free, and apparently I owe them a lot of money. I've spent about a year trying to have different jobs, but I'm terrible at all of them, so this was the last resort.
I'd like to do a little bit of fantasy Australian lore here because I think that's important that we build on that.
Okay.
And because I'd love someone to start a wiki at some point. You talk about how you were raised perhaps by animals. I believe you would think in modern Australia they might be dingoes.
Yeah?
Okay, so in this world, they're called dingledongers. And much like dire wolves, listen to Half Hour History to find out about them, these things have pretty big dongers.
Oh no!
Even the ladies. And they communicate with each other by tapping them against the ground. And that will cause this sort of sound, and they will hear each other, and they will sort of communicate by slapping their knobs. And you can probably communicate. You probably have to use your hands or something like that. But
I definitely have to use my hands.
You could probably find a way to replicate those sounds if you wanted to send very basic messages to them. Yeah. So, dingle-dongers. And I wanted you guys to feel empowered as well, that if you think about something about your backstory which might involve a little aspect of Fantasy Australia, add to the wiki, add to the lore, like find what that is, and hopefully we will create a very rich fantasy. People can't see the look Suzanne has on her face right now, Suzanne/Mackenzie, but it's a cracker.
I'm empowered to not have any penises in my backstory.
Yeah, next time I'm going to make up my own one.
You don't like that? Do you want to retcon it?
No, that's fine.
You don't like the dingle-dongers?
No, it's part of me
Let's do a poll on Facebook.
I'm just, for you guys in the future, maybe stop being so mysterious so you can just get it all out and let it be your own.
Come on, mate, you told us about the dingle-dongers. We heard about their fucking dick language.
Let your freak flag fly.
Would you prefer to communicate that way, Plank? Would that make
Who says I don't communicate?
Come on, Plank, open it up. Come on, Plank.
What do you think me and Meth
Plank,
Head were doing?
Plank.
Yeah?
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, mate. Mate, it's not your fault. Plank. Hey, Plank. He's quite drunk. Plank. It's not your fault. Whatever it is. Mackenzie.
Mackenzie is
Mackenzie,
in trance
Mackenzie.
because she has gone, fuck this noise.
Mackenzie.
It is your fault.
Mackenzie.
Out.
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie is out.
Whose fault is it?
Fuck off, Al.
Little Tagger. Is it his fault?
No.
No, it's not your fault, mate. It's not your fault.
Plank, you crying?
Can we get a tissue? Whipper! Have you got a tissue for Plank? He's coming out with some deep stuff in his past. It's fine. No, mate. I'm telling you.
Is that what they call it?
I don't know whether to cry or bar up. It's beautiful.
Yep.
All right. So we press forward, and as we're just getting into that sort of 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Morning birds are sort of chirping, I want to bite your fucking face off. You're just heading towards the grounds of the mine. Like you see a mine sign that says, Pie Mine here. Shh, secret.
Poetry.
And then the stagecoach stops, and the humpy horses let out a very angry, frightened whinny. And the hatch opens, and Whipper leans in and says, it's gone. The ward is gone. The ward is gone, Alf. The fucking scarecrow. Now, Mackenzie, you would know about this, I would assume, as someone who studied magic.
Obviously.
So, animals attack a lot in Fantasy Australia. So, how would you think they stop them from just rampaging through the towns and eating everybody?
There's a magical ward around the mine.
Yeah, absolutely. And often these look like similar to scarecrows. So, there'll be a particular scarecrow here, but it is missing. So, the mine is not protected. And Alf leans out the window and he looks up into the sky and he goes, holy shit. What are you guys doing?
I look in the sky. Wait, is there something in the sky?
Yeah,
or is
there
he just being dramatic?
No, there is.
Is his head out the window?
His head's out the window.
I sneakily reach for his flask.
Oh, wow, this should be a roll.
Yeah, go on.
Actually, we should
Sleight
roll.
of hand.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be. Be dexterity.
This is going to be hard because he's a sharp dude. Let's say DC 20.
He is drunk as
He's
fuck.
super
No, that's why I'm
drunk.
saying DC 20 and not DC 47.
Spoiler, I didn't get it.
He's like, fuck off.
Still a test.
Like, that's a test
He
out.
grabs your head and he turns it towards the sky with very heavy hands. It's like a vice.
But surprisingly soft.
And there are birds, and they are lit up. They are like these black, angry birds, and they have flames coming out of their wings. They are on fire. These fiery birds are all fluttering around the mine at the setting, and he goes,
Flaming crows!
Flamin' crows! So, guys, there are some fucking flamin' crows here. And the mine is not protected. Thanks for running over me. took me a couple of
The
days
better part of 5 minutes.
ruminating over that one. The flaming crows joke. So, are you going to stone him? Are you going to stone the flaming crow?
I might.
Elsa? So like, there are flaming crows, flocks of them in the sky, and one of them just dives down and fucking latches to Whipper's face, and he's clawing on him, his face is on fire, and he like squeals, falls off the carriage and rolls off into the darkness. And Alf's like, get out there, hold off those fucking crows while I take the coach into the mine.
Can I ask a question? Are they set on fire, or that's like what they are?
That is part of their
Okay.
being. You would know this as a nature person, so I don't
Yes,
know why
this
you're
is-
asking, because this is something
They
as
are a
somebody
living
who's very...
flesh creature. Like, they're not a construct or...
No, they're a firebird.
So they're
You've heard of a phoenix, right? Harry Potter very famously
Crow
ordered
phoenix.
one on eBay. And these are fiery crows. They are crows that do fire damage. They can slash with their talons, but they will also can ignite you if they get in close. They also have a dive attack. So if they manage to actually dive down on you, they can only do it once from that height, but they will hurt you.
crack us
So
open like an egg.
Alf's like, get out. He wants you to provide cover so that he can get the coach into the mine. What are you going to do?
Can I try animal handling?
We're gonna animal. Okay, yeah. Okay, what have you got in that respect?
+6.
Animal
Yeah.
handling.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think. Okay. Now this is one of those points. It's probably the first point we've done this. I'm going to actually go to the handbook and find out what animal handling does, because I have a sneaky suspicion that that's not going to do dick in this situation.
I invested a lot in my
I
animal
start
handling.
slapping my dick on the caravan.
And I'm
Okay.
like, you what? What are you saying?
I'm trying to talk to the birds.
Animal handling. When there is any question whether you can calm down a domesticated animal, these are not domesticated animals.
damn it.
These are wild, fiery fuckers. But I mean, they're little. They're not big.
Okay.
But
Are
there's
they
a lot
actual
of them.
crow-sized?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
How
So
many are there?
there's quite a few,
Okay.
but you're not going to have to like fight them. They're just sort of flying around. They're interested in the mine. They can probably smell those delicious pies, and crows can use tools.
Can we throw the beetle out to them?
Little
That's
beefy.
his friend. He's got to hate
Do you think
us.
Alf is going to allow you to throw little beefy out to the?
He said-
I think he will if it's him or the
What
beetle.
kind of monster?
Okay.
It's a beetle made of meat.
Up to you
That'll
guys.
stop
What do you want to
one
do?
I just feel like Alf's never going to let us live it down. He said it was his good luck charm.
I can't let the beetle die, so I climb out onto the roof.
Are you sacrificing yourself?
Yeah, for the beetle.
You're such a pushover on every.
Alf looks at you and goes, "Hey, dickhead, you're holding them off while I'm driving this into the mine. So get off the fucking roof. You're not Teen Wolf. Get off the roof." So I can drive them. I can't fucking have you holding them off if you're coming in with me, dickhead. I don't know. Did I fucking stutter? Get off the roof.
Fine, I get back in and I sit down.
No, don't.
You're on your
No,
own.
look. Look, mate. Okay, fuck it. He just grabs you. I don't know if you want to resist. It just pushes you out of the stagecoach and beckons for you guys to go.
All right, cool. We hustle out after him.
All right. So he's in the stagecoach by himself. You guys are out in the dark. A couple of the crows on the fringes. Let's say just 3 of them to begin with.
How dark is it?
It's pretty dark except for the light that
Pretty
these
fucking dark.
crows are giving. But you guys have night vision and shit anyway, don't you?
2 of us do.
I
You can
don't.
certainly see these crows because they're very
Oh, yeah,
bright
yeah.
on a black background. They're going to come in and make an attack. So what are you guys going to do? How are you going to prepare?
I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay, can you tell me what that does?
Okay. It's a first level abjuration, and it lasts for 8 hours. You touch a willing creature who isn't wearing armor, i.e. me, and a protective magical force surrounds it until the spell ends. The target's base AC becomes 13 plus dexterity modifier.
Okay,
So in my case, my armor becomes 14.
all right, yep.
And the spell ends if I dismiss it or put on armor.
Okay. Should we roll? Let's roll initiative. I think these guys are going to attack. It's up to you what you want to use.
I got 20.
Ooh, is that with your addition?
Yeah.
I got 3.
I
Ooh.
got 13. Can you throw me at them? I really want to get thrown at one point. Just
Sure.
I'm
That's
quite
it.
sure that can happen.
yes.
Okay, so first up is Plank. There is a crow looking like it's going to take a dive towards you. Do you have a ranged attack, Plank?
I have.
You're still in
2.
the sky at the moment.
I can throw my hand axes. I have 2 of those, or I have a longbow.
I would recommend the longbow. Longbow.
I feel like a hand axe would come flying back out of the sky.
You're right. I
and
use the
brain
hand
us.
axe.
Up to you, dude.
I use the longbow.
The longbow, okay.
14.
Yep.
4 damage.
That is just enough. It explodes. The arrow hits it, it explodes, it drops.
Boom. I
These things-
turn around and I look at both of them and I'm like, hey.
You guys impressed?
No.
How impressed are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
I have 3 because I'm just about to go do it better.
I'm in the process of tripping on my damn robe and I didn't see.
All right. Well, the crow is next. He's going to take a shot at Plank. 19.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It
you're
hurts.
you're fully healed from last time, Plank.
Yeah.
That's going to be 1 normal damage and 3 fire damage. So if you're ignited, you take 1d6 fire damage at the end of each turn.
I am fire resistant.
Oh, you are because
I'm a
you're
tiefling.
tiefling. Oh, you will just take the 1 damage.
Yeah. Then I turn around to
Well,
these
no,
2
fire
and I'm
resistance means
hey?
you take half, so just take 2. Third is our little bugger.
So I got a longbow.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna.
take a long shot. So 2 left out of the ones that have been immediately interested.
Okay.
7 plus 7?
Mm-hmm.
14.
Yes.
Okay. So,
And then.
D8.
Yeah. Okay.
No, this one.
What?
yeah.
Huh? What?
Sorry.
What's going on?
Hey!
I got an 8.
An 8!
Yes.
Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, obliterate the fucking thing. Arrow just rips through it, tears it apart. Its skull, like, bounces around. Like, fucked.
I like flick my hair and look back at Plank and I'm just scoff.
And how impressed are you?
I'm not that. I
Not
just
that
did
impressed.
it.
No, I did it better. I said I was going to and then I did.
She did do it better.
Fine, whatever. I wasn't looking.
Mackenzie, you can take a... No, you rolled a 3. Fuck you. You're last.
Yeah. I know.
There's only 1 crow left. So it is going to bear down on you because you did the most impressive kill. Paris, I'm pointing, which doesn't work on an audio podcast. It is an 11.
I'm
No,
16.
yeah, you're safe.
No, look, it just totally misses.
Thanks,
They say crows
Crow.
are smart. They say they can use tools.
Well, they're smart because they avoided me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Badass. Fuck. Hello.
Now I look impressed.
Yeah. And Miss, now it's your turn. Mackenzie.
Fuck yeah! I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost.
Ooh.
up at this thing.
Breaking
Now,
out the big guns.
I'm gonna suggest gently to our DM that because they're fire creatures, they would take double damage from frost.
What? Can you explain that slowly?
I just did.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, like we're playing loose. We're playing loosey-goosey. A loosey-goosey is flying around with the crows. And they're just like, who's this guy? And he's like, what? I don't know.
17.
23.
Yeah, it's fucking obliterated the bugger. It like freezes and it just hovers in a second like Wile E. Coyote when he like goes off a cliff and just goes and holds up a sign that says, uh-oh. And then it just goes crashing down and splinters all over the ground.
Was it fucking spectacular?
It was fucking... How impressed
I'm
are you
impressed.
guys? So you did all right, Plank, and then little bugger here just fucking schooled you, and then she took you to full school and just like clowned the both of you. All right, I would like you to roll
roll
a
damage.
We didn't have to.
Is the fight over?
You fucked its face.
There's more crows.
There are more crows, but they're a little bit more. I mean, crows are smart. Crows. Have you ever seen that thing where there's a bottle and there's food in it, and they get a bit of wire and they make a hook and they hook it out? So they have just seen the three of you obliterate the fuck out of their numbers. That would suggest to me that we could repeat this? Yeah, sure. We could come in and do it again and again and again and again. Would that be good for the crows? Would that be good for the listeners? No, come on.
Stone them crows.
Stop flaming crows. I would like you all to roll a perception check, please.
Okay. D20.
What'd you get? Plank?
I just got a critical miss.
So Suzanne's like, it is nighttime.
I got 2.
And Zach's like, it sure is.
Don't let us down, man.
6.
No, that's not the right dice.
Oh god, thank god.
It was a D6. She thought she was playing Yahtzee.
I got a 1.
And Paris is like,
Is it?
where done, son, go? Alright, okay. So, if you
no special ability where we can re-roll this.
No. So, if anybody is accusing me of a Deus Ex Machina here, like, oh, you're just throwing this little plot twist in. I mean, we would have seen that. No, you guys didn't fucking know what was going on.
I fucking saw nothing.
As Alf goes forward in the stagecoach, and this happens because of your poor perception, you do not have a chance to stop this from happening. The ground to the side of the stagecoach suddenly tremors, and then a portion of it just flips up, and the biggest, hairiest, fuck off huntsman spider leaps out of the trapdoor and just latches onto the carriage and pushes it off a cliff. And Alf and the carriage and the spider just go woof. 1 second they're there, 1 second they're gone, and they tumble out of sight. They're just gone.
Is
They're
the
just,
beetle okay?
Yeah,
They were just there, they're gone. Well, roll another perception check.
Okay, well, it
Just
can only-
because it uses
One.
me after last time. You're like, what's a beetle?
fucking natural 20.
Okay.
What do you got for
Oh, I
me?
got 20 as well.
All right, you both see, and you both think you're really fucking smart for this. And I think there's a moment where your both faces just like, oh, I fucking nailed this. And then you look at each other and go, she's got the same expression. And, oh, and then you're a little deflated because you know that you both know the same thing.
But I'm a little
You
secretly smug because I'm actually 24 because of my additions.
You see, as the carriage rolls, that Alf was not quick enough to stop this. He did not have the reflexes to stop this huntsman spider. But his very last action before he went over the cliff, he picked up that little carrier with little Beefy and he ditched it out of the carriage. So little Beefy goes bouncing down safely onto the ground, and Alf and the spider and the stagecoach are gone. And you guys, you had someone holding your hand, leading you through, prompting you, saying, what do you think about this? What are you going to do now? He's gone.
I have a question.
You're at the entrance of the mine and you're by yourselves.
Is Will?
I have a substantial question.
Okay.
Is the huntsman spider the mechanism that gets the carriage from the top level into the mine? Like, is it an employee of the mine?
Look, it didn't look pleasant. Like, you would think they would have a better system than that, because this thing fucking... Like, they would go through a lot of humpy horses, because these horses are sort of, like, getting all their bones smashed out and stuff as they go over the cliff, and now sort of disappears, and it's like, yeah, like, if only we knew about pulleys. Like,
Yeah, well, I can't make any assumptions about Fantasy Australia.
No, good call. Fantasy Australia, that's a wild place. Anything can happen, but not that. Not this time.
I have a question. A humpy horse having all its bones broken, what does that sound like?
I have a question.
Yes.
What was the driver called?
He died
Alf
ages
Whipper.
ago.
Yeah, he got burnt.
We don't know he died. He just rolled off into the bush.
A crow ripped his face.
I go
It's like,
to-
I'm not doing very well. And then you see, just as you ask that, just as you saying to everyone, what happened to, you see a crow just casually fly by holding Whipper's face like a tea towel on a washing line. It just goes past. And it's got its mouth open. It's looking pretty distressed. And it probably clears up your question.
While we're asking questions, can I keep Beefy?
Well, do you want to go over and see if you have a bond with him?
Okay.
Nice.
So you've got a nature skill. You have. This is a good time to use your animal hand.
Yes.
That's foreshadowing. You're a genius. Brilliant.
Okay.
Set it up.
Rolling this.
Yeah.
18 plus
Yeah,
6.
absolutely. So what's your
24.
approach? What are you going to do for little Beefy here? Because as you approach him, obviously he knows that something's gone wrong,
He's got better
and he's a little bit
perception-
Is he
distressed.
crying?
Quite literally rattled.
And he's still in his carrier.
Yeah.
Don't forget. So he's not out loose. He's in a. It's like a cat carrier, but for pie bugs.
Okay, so I'm gonna just walk over and give him a little snack from my pouch and a little tickle under his little beefy chin.
He's forgotten Alf immediately. Because he's a fucking pie bug. He's not like he's not a genius. So
Right.
he responds, he coos and sort of goes towards and sort of leans into the little space and he's very receptive to what
Okay.
you're doing.
Mackenzie is grossed out. And she's keeping a distance, but she kind of puts her hand up and goes, so how are you going to tell that one apart from all the other ones?
I walk away from the conversation to find the faceless body of what's his
Priorities.
face, and then I search it.
And search Whipper's body. Okay, well, he's got a pouch with 10 gold pieces.
Boom, I'm not sharing.
He's got a very bog standard.
You guys go half. I'm too distracted making a little hat for Beefy to prove a point
He's got
to
a very
Mackenzie.
bog standard
I don't need your money.
dagger, and he's got a whip.
Oh, I take the whip.
All right, yeah.
Nice.
For professional or personal?
Sexual.
reasons? Sexual.
Purely
Oh,
sexual.
hello. We just got the explicit tag.
Whip.
Holy
I have a question
shit, you
about
guys.
the beefy bug.
He also has a trinket. I'm going to roll. There's a trinket table, and I think if the people from Wizards of the Coast were so,
Give me a fucking trinket.
fucking...
No, man, you guys are arguing about.
Zach, can you roll
Beatles.
percentile dice for me, please?
A what?
Percentile dice. Just be honest if you don't know what that is.
0 to 10%.
Yeah. So 10% of 0 is.
No, what the fuck are you guys doing? Just roll.
Okay, roll this.
Roll 2d10s. First one's the first digit.
There we go.
60.
60.
And then do it again.
50.
65.
Oh, you rolled 60, 50. This is a really thick book. Let me just go to... Okay, 65. Oh, okay. He had... Can you believe this? This guy, according to this book, had in his little coachman's pocket a nightcap that, when worn, gives you pleasant dreams.
Sweet.
I have a question about that. how are you going to wear that over them big fucking horns?
Oh,
Wear it in the middle.
Yeah, just stuff it in the middle.
I come out and I'm like, guys, I found 10 gold and I found this dumb hat which I can't wear. I don't know what's magic at this point.
Okay,
right?
a crow attacks you, Zach, just because, like, just to remind you that there are other things going on here. So, it doesn't hit, but it goes close enough for you to realise that this isn't story time. This isn't talking about... Oh, by the way, that cap in Fantasy Australia is called the Wee Willy Winker. And it gives you... if you wear it, it could make you willy wink during the night.
I walk over to the precipice of the cliff and I throw it down the Alp and I say, "Sweet dreams, fair prince."
Okay. Beautiful. And another crow attacks you because I don't think you realise how severe this situation is. So, I'm using my new special die. Oh, fuck. You know, I haven't been using my... I've got a...
Get your shit together.
Side note, I have a stainless steel die here, which I have not used. It's a D20. I call it Little Sweet Rolls. And I haven't been using it. I just rolled my new black one. Even that said, I rolled a 20, Zach. You're lucky because this particular crow
Knocks me off the edge.
has pus in its bum. So the damage is going to be halved. But it comes and scratches you with its talons. Again, we've already established because you are a hellbilly, you are immune to fire damage. So it just gives you 1 hit point of damage, but maybe enough for you to remember where the fuck you are.
I turn around and I look at them and I'm
All
like,
right, I'm picking up
I
the
deserve.
stainless steel D20.
I'm good.
Okay. All right.
He slowly walks back.
So you guys have got a very big responsibility on your hands suddenly because you are alone. I think these crows are sort of realizing that perhaps individually they don't have a much of a chance, but they are smart. So the longer you stay here, the more they're going to start going, hey, what if like a million of us just went... oh, fuck you, and like landed on you. So you can see the lit up entrance of the mine, and it wouldn't take you long to run in and go there. And in fact, as you're thinking this, perhaps, are you thinking this? Or are you just so fucking...
You're not the boss of me.
All right, what are you thinking, Mackenzie?
I'm thinking... I might be thinking about running to the mine.
Okay, great.
What do we owe this mine? Do we still have to work there now he's dead?
No,
Well-
but if we stay outside, we're going to get attacked.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
if you stay outside, you're fucked.
So we might as well go in.
Yeah.
That's what Zach is thinking.
And then
Clang.
you see in the doorway is a tater man, the first tater man you've seen, and he's going like basically, "Come the fuck in! What are you doing? You're crazy! Come on!
I'm running. I've got short legs.
Okay,
I saunter over.
I have very
All right,
long
I'm gonna-
legs.
I'm just gonna roll one more for
dear.
Blake as he saunters over. It misses. It just this flaming little meteorite of a bird just hits your feet just as you go.
I look at G'day to see if she's impressed.
Let us know, G'day, how you feeling
I'm
about
not
this.
impressed because I'm really trying to run quite fast.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
Were
see
you in
it.
front of him by this point?
No, we're next to him. He's walking slowly. You're taking
I'm
one
gunning.
step. Well, like your legs are like 9 years long.
I know. I'm just like lope.
You're like 3
I pick
steps.
G'day up and we run the rest of the way.
Aw,
Are you-
now I'm impressed.
You're okay, so you're allowing that?
Yeah.
As I said, 2 couples playing D, and who knows?
So
Who
the
knows?
dynamics here are quite different.
Who knows where it'll go?
Oh, Jesus.
Could be the sexiest show on iTunes or Stitcher. So you head into the mine. This guy that's ushering you in, this little tater man, he's like a scout. He's just wearing work clothes. He's the sort of person that is probably so ordinary and unimportant that there wouldn't even be any sort of stats or anything rolled for him. He probably doesn't even have a name.
Sad.
but he's like ushering you towards the front office. And you know, on these sites, there's usually a sort of place where you go.
Demountable.
Yeah, that you go into. So, are you willing to go along with that?
Yes.
No, okay. So you go in there, and there's an office, and it is a fucking shambles. There is paper boxes everywhere, and there is this guy there who sort of stops what he's doing. He's quite frantic and looks at you. Now, there's something about this human. There's something about him that would almost be kind of a little bit dapper, like he has some sort of noble heritage, except it's like dollar store dapper. It's kind of like dapper with sweat stains on the armpits.
Like Danny DeVito.
It's like Macklemore.
No, not Danny DeVito. Like
No?
he's got this like little moustache. He's like dollar store Errol Flynn. He's wearing like a sort of ill-fitting like noble gear that looks like you kind of went to buy some nobility store. Like nothing seems particularly real about it, and he kind of looks at you with wild eyes and goes, "Hello."
Is he a Tater Man?
No, he's not. He's human.
Thank God, Mackenzie be racist.
Yeah.
She might not like humans.
I don't like most people.
Well, you're our leader
Yeah.
of security.
Shit. Yeah, that's a good point. Hi, who are you?
Where's Alf?
Alf's dead.
But Beefy's fine.
You look. This might sound made up,
Yeah, a big
Okay.
fucking spider
Well, heck,
got Alf.
okay, yes.
and it wasn't. We didn't have
Yes.
anything to do with it.
Yep.
Even though I have his beetle, which looks suspicious,
Oh, yes.
but it was a giant bug.
Alf's dead, did you say?
One would assume.
Dead.
Okay.
Dead.
Probably.
ass.
All right. Well, we're fucked. I might, geez, that's a pickle, isn't it?
So sorry, who are you?
Okay, I'm Wenzo. And, I kind of look after the, well, let's say that Alf does all, you the work for the dole people?
Yeah, less about us, more about
Regrettably.
you.
All right. So, I kind of like more handle the paperwork and the money and.
Okay, so you're an accountant.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of like a bit of a. Sorry.
You're doing a bang up job.
What did you say? Look, okay. Just do a little bit of a fashion parade for me. Turn around. What does that say on your back?
I can't
I
read.
can't read my back.
I'm going to turn
Can
around.
you read his back?
I can't read. I grew up in the bush.
Okay, all right.
But I'll turn around for
I'm gonna
you.
spell it out. Okay.
Hers says
obviously-
security.
Security. All right. Okay. So, we're gonna, if Alf is gone, we're gonna have a little bit of a problem keeping things secure. And
No shit, buddy.
yeah. So it's just a little bit. I wouldn't panic. Everything's just a little bit fucked though. I'm glad you guys are here. Oh, I see you've got a very nice hammer, very nice a crossbow there. That's good. So I would like you guys to stay around me if you could, because how much do you know about Tater Men?
An awful lot.
Okay, well
Nothing at all.
They're getting a little bit restless. So if they find out that Alf is gone, I think we're going to have a little bit of a problem. Have you ever seen like prison riot fantasy movies?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it would be great. So, and as he's saying this, that scout guy comes back in and is like, there is a problem in the cafeteria. Everybody is going nuts. You have to get down there now.
Are these Tater Men working against their will? Like, are they slaves?
Oh no, they're not slaves. No, they fucking love mining pies. They're very merry. You should hear their songs. It's like, hey mate, working here is great. They love it. They're very simple folk.
Alright, so why are they fucking shit up?
Well, I don't know. Should we go and find out?
Let's not.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll go have a look.
How about I stay here and correct the absolute fuck up mess you've made of this paperwork?
Oh, look, fuck, if you would like to, I wouldn't mind that. If you could just file some things. I would not look at some of these numbers. I think they're open to interpretation. I wouldn't take it too seriously. There's a little bit of leeway. In fact, this pile here, I would not even touch that pile there. I think that pile is pretty good. And the scout guy's like, it's pretty fucking rough out there, boss. Like the can't. I would come down to the cafeteria. It's pretty broken.
Let's go.
Are
Up
you
to
gonna
you.
stay
You're
here?
gonna stay.
You're gonna come and sort
Is
out
there any way for us?
this? Not that pile. Don't touch that pile. Those numbers.
You'd go to touch that.
Those
pile.
numbers are very misleading. And there's a system there, and that system is in my head. It's not the sort of system that can exist on paper. So,
Well, these guys can't actually go anywhere without me, so we'd better go check it out.
all right, I'll come with you. I'll come with
She
you
likes us.
because I feel like you guys would be safer if I tagged along, right? I don't want to be left here alone right now. I will just come along with you because if you've got any questions, I know this place like the back of my hands. Okay, so yeah, all right, let's go. Let's go to the cafeteria. Let's go have
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's go have a pie.
All right.
All right.
As we walk out, I'm like, guys, I left something. I run back in. I kick every pile of paper I see.
Yeah, great. Yeah. And he is so caught up in the current, he wouldn't have a clue that you've done that. So you rejoin, you head out into the cafeteria, and it's very clear what the problem is straight away because these Tater men, who are a cowardly, suspicious lot, are looking very distraught because the only food that's served here is, can you guess? Pies. As they're biting into their pies, streams of blood are coming out of the pies. Now, you guys had pies before. There was nothing like this.
Yeah.
But blood is just pouring out. And some of them are frantic. And there seems to be a bit of a pushing, shoving match for authority that's happening here. So you can see a Tater man getting himself sort of shoved in a bit of an argument with what I think, because you are familiar with tropes in fantasy TV and movies, what seems to be the new ringleader. You could see a push for control here. Wenzo's like, do you want the lowdown on who these guys are?
I say no, and I wolf whistle really loudly.
Okay, so they stop and they look. Now, there were two main people involved in this altercation. One of them is a dwarf who's kind of like, pretty sort of happy-go-lucky, simple kind of guy. He was the one that seemed to be sort of losing. So he turns around and looks, and there's something in his eyes which shows that there's like a little bit of relief. Now, the other guy is like a little bit taller, but he's scrawnier, and he's got a little bit of a gang around him. And he's got like this shock of red hair and freckles. And he gives you a pretty dirty look from across the cafeteria. And everybody sort of looks and sort of sees what you're going to do next.
All right, so Mackenzie just takes a deep breath and just yells.
Yeah.
And goes, all right, we're going to calm the fuck down.
Are we now?
Put down the pies. Let's talk about this like rational people.
All right, let's have a talk then, he says. And he starts to takes a couple of steps towards. Because what do you know about these pies and why they're pissing blood everywhere, mate?
I have no fucking idea.
And who are you?
Sharon.
Sharon. Anybody here heard of a Sharon? It's like, nah, I don't know Sharon. Yeah, my cousin was Sharon. But I don't think that's not my cousin Sharon. I'd know if that was my cousin Sharon. She's my fucking cousin. I know, like, lots of artistic paintings of us together. And looks nothing like Sharon. All right, fucking Sharon. Hi, Sharon. And what business of it is your? You know what I'm trying to say.
We are the security team, and right now the premises are not secure. This is security. You and this fucking hellbilly and this fucking little tacker. You're security here. Oh yeah, pull the other one, mate. It's got fucking bells on. I'm gonna roll intimidation on this fuck.
Okay. All right, that'll be a DC 15.
Okay. 8 fails.
Have they read Mackenzie's
Oh, you're
dissertation?
so scary. And who are you, Sharon? Where are you from?
I'm your fucking maiden auntie. Back off, buddy.
Yeah, you can go and fucking suck off my mum for all I care. Like,
The
the fucking
language.
pies are bleeding and some cunt needs to take control. And I am that cunt.
Is there no one with a better intimidation score than me?
Yeah. I
Oh, here we go.
step up and I cast Thaumaturgy
Yeah.
Yeah.
to make the room shake,
Okay.
which is like
In a
it's
mine,
shaking.
a great idea.
It's safe shakes.
Okay.
So everyone's a little bit like off, and then I walk up to this guy and I try and intimidate him.
Okay. The room shakes and they're just like, these guys have seen thaumaturgy before. They're not that concerned about it. I mean,
Level 1.
they're sentient sort of people. You rolled a 1?
No,
No,
we're
I'm
level
level
1.
Oh,
What do I have to roll?
15.
Yeah, I got a 10.
A 10 in total?
Yeah.
He's like, mate, you're fucking like 5'4", including the horns,
I'm
you
still-
dickhead!
That's not
You
strictly true.
dickhead! How are you security? Mate, you are like a fucking picture of insecurity.
Punch him in the face.
You gonna attack him?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, I wanted to try
Okay.
intimidation.
You're going to get advantage on this because he's not expecting you to suddenly
Punch him in the face.
So I don't know how we do that with initiative. Let's just let you roll initiative twice because maybe he'll see that you're about to do that. I haven't described his gang. Actually, do you want me to describe the gang? Because
Oh, I shouldn't have rushed into this.
okay, so there is a rather large guy. He is the tallest of the dwarfs, and obviously, you know, there's the mouthy one and there's the muscle. So there is someone that is backing him up before you decide to do this. There's another guy who's quite slender, really slender for a dwarf, and he's got a big cloak that kind of like drags along the ground behind him. And then there's another one who's like this sort of little weird, sort of twisted one whose face does not move. Sort of like this lumpy little tater man who has no facial expressions. So there's kind of 4 of them that seem to have been aligned, and this other dwarf. So this other dwarf, probably, to be fair, at this point, you would recognize a degree of threat here. Is kind of a little bit, yeah, you know, can you back this up? So what would you like to do with that, with the full information?
I still punch him in the face.
Okay.
Cool.
Is everyone going to allow
Right,
that?
do you guys think that's a terrible idea?
All right,
I'm
just
sick of him. Let's
just
punch him.
roll an attack roll, and if we go into a fight, then everyone will roll an initiative.
You don't have a weaponless attack.
No.
Oh, so what are you using? Oh, just your
I used the
fist?
end of my
All right.
warhammer. No, I used the end of my axe, just the like hilt.
Okay, just half the damage.
Smash him across
You
the
pistol
head.
whip him.
Yeah, I pistol whip him with
All right.
my axe. It's a critical miss.
All right. So you go to do it, and you pull it back, and you hit yourself in the face. And he just laughs. He cracks his dax. It's just like, what is going on? Look, I am in charge. Go back to your fucking rooms and go to sleep. I will fucking sort it. Or my name isn't Rat Ruger.
You know what? I kind of agree with him.
Can I try intimidation?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I'm gonna
you
get
don't
on-
need approval. You ask him Plank if you can try.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it.
I'm the intimidator.
Plank's tapping at his bloody nose. I'm going to stand on a table
Okay.
and I'm going to try intimidation.
All right.
Oh.
21.
Okay. What do you say to him?
So you just told me to go to bed?
Yeah.
I say, I'll put you to bed, mate.
Whoa, wait! Whoa, shit! Hey, look, fucking, it's all fun and games, all right? Jesus Christ, we're just having a laugh. Just like, there's fucking blood in the pies. We're all scared. It's just my way of coping, all right? I'm very insecure. I don't feel good about myself. That's the problem. I don't know why you have to. Oh, look, I'm gonna piss myself. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm going to bed. Who's coming with me? He looks at the others and he looks at the big guy and he goes, Bunt. And Bunt's like, yeah. And he looks at the little one, the slender one with the cloak, and he goes, Dicko. And Dicko goes, yeah. And then he looks at the little lumpy one. His face doesn't move, and he goes, Stroker. And then he looks and he goes, okay, he had a thing happen, and he doesn't talk and he can't move his face. Okay, come on, Stroker. We're going to bed. We're all going to bed. I don't care what you dickheads do. I'm going to bed. Do you remember? No, but seriously, do you remember when you guys had a rat problem? You don't have a rat problem anymore. And who have you got to thank for that? Me. Fucking rat brooder. Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, no one else.
Fuck you guys. And then he goes. They go. They all leave out. They shuffle out. And the dwarves that are remaining, they're pretty impressed with you guys. Well, not impressed with you. Not impressed with playing dickhead. Not impressed with you, Mackenzie. They think you're a bit shit, but this little one, they are pretty impressed by, and they give you a big round of applause. In fact, I'm going to give you an inspiration point. And what that means is... put that on your sheet. You can only have one at a time. But what it means is that at some point in the future, if you would like to get advantage, i.e. roll again, you may.
Awesome.
You can spend that point. So they're great. And the dwarf that was getting picked on comes up and it's like, oh, thanks so much, mate. I mean, that rat rooter, what a dickhead. I mean, like, what a fucking drop kick. I'm so grateful. Like, you know, like, we just wanted to come here and have some pies and sing our songs, and there's fucking blood everywhere. It's
frightening.
It's miserable. It's miserable.
Is there anyone that we can talk to who might be able to shed some light on the blood and pie situation?
Look, it just happened and everybody's like a bit freaked out. And look, to be honest with you, these guys are pretty suspicious. And what I'm hearing and what caused this problem is they're not willing to go back down into the mines. In fact, everybody that's down there has been coming up, and they think this place is just fucking cursed. So that's going to be a very big problem to pie production between you and me. And at this, Wenzo's wringing his hands. He's like, oh, fuck this. Oh, mate, this is not good. So he's like, it sounds to me like we need someone to solve the mystery of the pie mines.
You're 100% right. What's his name?
Oh, my name's Jolo. Jolo, yeah.
No. The
Do you only live once?
I meant the accountant.
Oh, that's Wenzo.
Wenzo.
That's
Okay.
Wenzo. It's me, Wenzo, mate. We met when you were going to do all my paperwork, and then down here, like,
Fucking what?
pissing people off in the cafeteria.
Well,
Does that help my paperwork? No, but not everything's going
well,
Wenzo's way right now.
That's
So
living
I
in
guess.
the past. Look, yeah, I reckon, Wenzo, you're probably a really fantastic candidate to go into the mine and have a look around.
Oh, fuck off. That's not going to happen. I'm a money man. I'm a paper man. What, am I going to go down there and fill out forms? No, I'm not going to go down there and fill out forms. Am I going to wave my sweat stains at them? No. Look. If I was wearing a grey cloak which had security written on the back, yeah, sure, I'd go down there like in a fucking instant. But that's not my fucking job, dickhead.
Are we still at risk of the foot cutting off situation if we don't do this job? Are we we have to do this,
If
right?
you've read the newsletters lately, everybody's at risk of the foot. If I lose this job, I'm at risk. I don't want to be a sleeping bagger.
We have no
We're going to
choice.
have to fix whatever's here because we can't go outside.
We can't go outside, and we can't not do it because then we'll lose
I
our
take
feet.
my cloak off and I throw it at Wenzo.
Oh, so you're quitting, mate? Is that
No,
it?
I'm just giving him a cloak.
You give me a cloak, so like I would put on the cloak, and then
Yeah.
I would go down there and
Yeah, you
do
said your problem
job.
was you didn't have a
and
cloak.
You do my job.
And now
for
you've
me.
got a
You're going to
cloak.
come in there and do the paperwork.
Can you
Okay,
roll
sounds
for
All
fine.
right, everyone shut
I
up.
punch Wenzo in the
that
face.
Are you going to?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Roll attack.
What'd you get? Plank?
5.
It misses so much. It's so left field. And Wenzo just looks at you and goes, I hope you're joking, mate. I hope that was a bit of a laugh.
I laugh it off. But
He leans in and he goes, I didn't get here without being able to defend myself. All right? I've got a couple of fucking tricks up my sleeve. But I haven't been hired as security, so why don't you, go down there and investigate? Look, as far as I see it, mate, we've got a fucking missing scarecrow. We've got blood coming down from the pies. We've got, fucking rat brooder, waving
Sad?
his... Sorry?
He's sad?
Oh, he's sad now, thanks to you, little pal.
You're welcome.
I like you. You are I'm not sure about, but you, little bugger, you got some skills. You got some skills.
Thank
So,
you.
All right.
you.
While all this gas bagging is happening,
all this gas bagging. Hello.
I'm edging towards one of the tables which has a bloody pie
Okay.
on it, and I'm gonna do a perception check to try and see what the deal is.
All right.
To gingerly prod at it and try and make
Okay.
sense of it.
Are you-
Okay.
Is Plank just eating them?
DC 10.
All right. 19.
Yeah. So there's definitely something wrong with this pie. Something. It's far too much blood to be coming out of it, to be a natural thing. It's not like someone's put blood in this pie. There's something very fishy about what's happening. Perhaps something that's maybe an illusion.
All right. Cool.
I walk over and I take a bite of the pie.
Tastes like a really good pie. It tastes just as good as the pies you had in the thing. There's nothing bad about the taste.
I turn around with blood smeared all over my face. This doesn't taste that bad, guys.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna cast detect magic
Yes, okay.
on the pie.
Yep.
Problem being, that's the one I don't actually have a thing for. You have to look it up for me.
Oh, you don't know what it is?
No, because it was
Alright.
a very last minute addition.
I'm confused as to what blood is mine and what blood is the pie's.
But you're not all that confused.
But I'm still eating it.
Yeah.
Confused but not put off.
Yeah, I'm still hungry.
When you think about it, it's a rare state.
Alright, so detect magic. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use the action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if
Okay.
any.
Cool. So what do I roll for that?
Just a 10.
Wow. I got a 6.
In total,
Oh, sorry. No.
it's got some fine
Oh.
pastry.
So it's 11.
11! There is a faint red, angry, magical aura around this pie. It has been tampered with magic. There is some sort of illusion, some sort of sorcery, some sort of dark, perhaps blood magic, which has been applied to this pie in order to spook these dwarves. Slash Data Man, Fantasy Australia. Oh yeah, bonza, mate, you beauty.
Okay. So
I'm a wallaby. Look at me.
so what's the name of remaining tater dude?
Jolo.
Jolo.
Do you
Alright.
only live once?
Okay. All right, Jolo. Look. Yeah, I know you've got no real reason to believe me or anything, but this is actually an illusion. There's no actual blood.
Problem is, mate, I've got no real reason to believe you.
Would you believe the little tacker?
I do like that little tacker. I liked it when he jumped on the table and he was like, "You dig it!" And he was like, "Oh," and he cried. That was pretty good, wasn't it? I liked that. Who else liked it? Put your hands up if you like that.
I put my hand
Yeah.
up. I put my own hand
I
up.
put my hand up.
We all liked it. That's great.
Yes.
That wasn't an answer.
Yeah, it's magic, dude.
It's magic. Yeah.
But that doesn't solve.
Why?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Sounds like a mystery of the pie mines to me if I was to try and put my little stubby finger on it.
I like that.
Mystery, it's got a ring to it, doesn't
does.
it? It'd be like,
This guy.
it could be made into a film or something, a fantasy film, which I mean, like someone would draw a picture.
I don't want to be that guy who collects everything on every trip, but we should keep this guy as a pet.
No, you don't need me. Look at you, little. You go, look, I've never stood on a table in my life. I'd be afraid to. I'd be afraid. I'm so used to being close to the ground. The idea of like climbing onto a table scares the willikers out of me.
So we need to figure out why. Are we thinking why would someone want to curse a mine? Is that a thought we have, or are we just going to run in and try and figure it out?
You guys are so... I'll never be as smart as you guys. Listen to you figuring things out. I'm still trying to get my head around the whole bloody magic blood thing.
Do you see the way we were rolling? All right. Okay, so I reckon we go into the mines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, show us the way, Jolo.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, look.
Just up to the door is
well,
fine.
yeah, but I mean, oh, fuck. Yeah, all right.
Okay, look, just point in the approximate direction.
All right. I get. Well, look.
Because they're small, they're hard to find.
You know what I say. You only live once. So let's go to the mines if it'll make you happy. All right. So just over that way. And can I just say as well before you go, because I don't really want to go with you, because I just like singing songs and eating pies, to be honest, and smoking durries. But my mate, my dorm mate, Stumpy, he went missing not long ago. So if you see him, like if you can find him and you know... Sorry, are you sighing at my mate Stumpy? Did you know him?
It just sounds like an escort mission, and I just don't...
No, it's not a fucking escort mission, mate. I'm staying here. You're going in there. I'm just saying, if you see the cunt, say I miss him.
All right.
Is that all right?
That's
Are you
fine.
writing that down, Plank?
Right. I'm going to talk to the tacker. Look, my mate Stumpy.
Stumpy, with an S.
You're so... I wish I was that smart. I wish I knew things like that. You talk so pretty from your pretty mouth. Just... You got such a pretty mouth. I go around here, I don't see many pretty mouths. I see beards for days. Beards for days. But you got away with words. So
You're just not looking in the right place.
if you see him, hello, you, am I talking to you? So, you know, tell him I love him. No, just say I miss him. Just say I miss him.
I won't go too far.
Oh, yeah. Mate, keep it tasteful.
Yeah.
All right. Look, the main shaft's down there. If you see anyone, evacuate them out.
Okay.
Main shaft.
Oh, fuck, see? I don't make those connections in my head. I just don't think of things like that. And that just amazes me when people do that. You guys should be like, I think people would want to listen to you guys. You should have a show or something.
That seems very unlikely.
No, you're just so funny. Anyway, Jolo out. That's what I say. I'm going to bed. Hey, I did notice that was a Willy Winky winker cap there. I couldn't borrow it, could I, mate? Just while you go down there. I just, you know.
It's lying on the corpse of our steward.
Gave it.
Yeah, I threw it off the cliff.
Oh, so I just had a weirdest daydream. Did anyone else smell burning toast? I better go to bed. Good night. And off he goes. Off he goes.
Like, so,
Good night, Jolo.
We are finding our way to this mine on our own.
Okay, so you were going to head down the shaft by yourselves. And look, guys, I don't know how much you've accomplished this episode, but as you head down the shaft to solve the mystery of the pie mines, apparently, I'm not saying that should stick. I'm just saying that's an option for a name. We've reached the end of another episode.
What?
Can you believe that? We're just churning these. This is just
All the things we've accomplished.
I know, this is so easy to generate content that it is a fucking scam, isn't it? It's like an absolute scam on the listener. It's like, we've been listening to this for 3 weeks. We're so engaged. What happens
That
next?
was the
We've just been doing it
D&D
tonight.
playing I've ever undertaken in my life.
There was a lot of critical
It was
missing.
the worst. I was rolling amazingly terribly.
Well, you're all babies. You're level 1. So look, thanks.
That's not going to change as I go.
No, you'll go up in levels. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So everybody, thank you for listening again. Please, cannot stress enough at this early point in the podcast. Please spread the word. Let people know if you're enjoying this adventure. You think other people would like it. You know, people listen to D&D podcasts. Spread the word. Post in forums. Rate, review on iTunes. Go to fruitlesspursuits.com to find out everything we're doing, including links to our Patreon and our Facebook message board where you can come and tell us what we're doing wrong. All that sort of stuff. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much, everybody. Again, you still having fun?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not lagging? Have we got another episode in us tonight? I mean, next week.
Ooh.
You'll find out soon. All right. So thanks, everybody. And, I believe, Suzanne, you had a catchphrase.
Wackadoo!